As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we join with her our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we join with her our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we join with her our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. Her heart beats with our own as one.
Alafia. I always begin by saying Alafia because it is the Yoruba greeting wherein I am asking that we have good health and be at peace with our neighbors. Perhaps the opening video reminded you that we are all neighbors, sisters and brothers here on planet Earth. This weekend, we are celebrating the spring equinox, the time of renewal, the time when we put our seeds into the soil and watch our hopes and our dreams grow. Today, we are going to introduce you to the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts, where we are gathered here in Northern California. And because so many of our elders who usually give prayers at this time are deeply in ceremony, we at the Jambalaya Center are going to share with you the ceremonies that we're having here. And we'll have some of the people who are here offer their prayers for the world. But first, we want to acknowledge one of the very respected elders of the Mother Earth delegation, who is Grandmother Jyoti. Grandmother Jyoti is on retreat in India. And I'm going to repeat that word, retreat, because I want her to rest. You know she's going to get me for that, right? But I want Jyoti to rest. And we are going to bring forth our other very beloved elder, Uncle, our Sami grandfather, who has who will pop up at some point to give us his blessing. Today, I think that we will be able to give some good timing to the questions that people have. And so if you start to send your questions to Margine or put them in the chat, we will get to them soon. But first, I want to welcome you to the village in the style of the Yoruba people of southwest Nigeria, which is the guiding culture of our multiracial, multi-traditional family here at the Jambalaya Center. And so imagine that you are in a village taking care of your business. You're in the marketplace, you're in the field, planting, you're doing all kinds of things, and you hear, E kabo sile wa, e kabo sile wa. And your response is, E kabo sile wa, e kabo sile wa. And everybody drops what they're doing and they start shuffling, dancing to the rhythm, moving toward the place where the ritual will be held. E kabo sile wa, e kabo sile wa, e kabo sile wa, e kabo sile wa. When you get to the gate where the ritual is going to be held, then everybody lifts their arms like this and you shake your hips and you go, eh, eh, adupwe, eh, eh, adupwe, eh, eh, adupwe, eh, eh, adupwe. Now we have gone from the mundane reality and stepped into the sacred space where we are going to perform the ceremonies, okay? We are going to perform the ceremonies. We are using Zoom and social media to pull us together even though we are in different places. So I want to begin by reading to you. I have to minimize the screen. Aida, can you help me again? I want to read to you the statement that was sent by, there we go, by Shai Toure, who is the executive director and co-founder of the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries. This is the statement on behalf of Shaila Hamilton Toure, executive director and co-founder of the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts, to be read to the Mother Earth Delegation of Indigenous Nations. Now hear her voice. Beloved relatives, honored delegates, earth protectors, and wisdom keepers, Ashe. Thank you for holding this space and for the sacred work you carry on behalf of all our relations. My name is Shaila Hamilton Toure. I am the Oludari of Egbe Egungun, an Afro-Surrealist artist, an associate professor of critical ethnic studies at California College of the Arts, and the executive director and co-founder of the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts. I come to you in humility, in kinship, and in alignment with the vision that was placed in the hands of my teacher, my elder, Yeye, Chief Iyanifa Luisah Teish. I want to introduce you to this center through her, because it is through her that it lives. Chief Iyanifa Luisah Teish, known to us as Yeye, is a master teacher, initiated priestess of Oshun, celebrated author of Jambalaya, the Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practical Rituals, and a spiritual elder of international renown. For over 5 decades, she has walked a path of teaching the world to remember itself, to remember Africa, to remember the earth, to remember the sacred feminine, to remember that our ancestors are still speaking. The Jambalaya Center was born from her life's work. I am here because she asked me to help build the vessel that will carry that work forward, not for our generation alone, but for 16 generations to come. The Jambalaya Center of Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts is a California 501c3 nonprofit founded in July 2025, rooted in the 5 acres of redwood forest in Guerneville, California, nestled along the Russian River in Sonoma County in Northern California. We are a spirit-governed, land-rooted center for ancestral wisdom, ritual education, sacred arts, and community healing. Our teachings draw from Yoruba Ifa, Egungun, Akan Sankofa, South African Ubuntu, Caribbean traditions, and BIPOC earth stewardship. Every decision we make, from our leadership to land use to partnerships, is guided by Ifa divination, ancestral consultation, and the 16 major odus. We do not operate from colonial models of governance. Our leadership is cosmologically grounded. Our land is held as a living ancestor, not a commodity. Our conflict resolution process, Lojoko means come sit, is ceremonially rooted. Our archives are a living altar. We're accountable not only to our community, but to the earth, to the ancestors, and to those not yet born. I come to you in a moment of real momentum. We are closing the first chapter of our story this very week, March 15 through 22, 2026. We completed our inaugural Oshun Festival, a 7-day gathering on our Guerneville land, celebrating the sacred feminine, the healing waters of Oshun, and the living traditions that have survived colonization, erasure, and exile. We held ceremony, offered teachings, opened our doors, and said to the world, we are here. The center is real. Beginning in April, we will launch our first formal curriculum, courses in lunar cycles, herbal earth-body medicine, Afrofuturist storytelling, sacred arts, and ancestral practices, taught by wisdom keepers who share the revenue of their own teachings. Each year we will hold 4 major sacred festivals anchored to the equinoxes, the natural turning points of the earth, weaving community, ritual, and intergenerational learning into the rhythm of the seasons. And now I want to share with you what is closest to our heart, our Sacred Land campaign. The 5-acre redwood property at 1900 California 116, that's the highway in Guerneville, the land where we have already gathered, taught, drummed, prayed, and planted seeds, is available for permanent acquisition. We have until October 2026 to raise 1.1 million to secure it forever. This is not a real estate transaction. This is a spiritual act of land reclamation. It is African descendants who were themselves once treated as property, reclaiming land for the healing and homecoming of their people. It is a sacred site in Northern California, in a region where communities of color have rarely had permanent ground to stand on permanent places to transmit culture, permanent homes for ancestral practice. If this land is not secured, a sacred ecosystem, the teachings, the ceremonies, the community, the relationship with the trees and the river, and the ancestors who already know this place, risks being displaced. We cannot let that happen. We do not come to you with only need. We come with visions, with roots, with a governing document that permanently protects this land from ever being sold on the open market, from ever being extracted or commodified. We come with a sacred covenant to steward it for generations. We come with land protectors who include indigenous elders, diviners, and earth allies. We come as kin, African and indigenous, who have always known that our liberation is bound together. We are honored to be in relationship with your delegation. We believe that we are building in Guerneville, what we are building in Guerneville is not only for African descendants, it is a gift to the broader fabric of sacred earth-honoring life in this region. And we are committed to building that relationship with you the right way, slowly, ceremonially, and with full respect for your protocols and sovereignty. The Jambalaya Center stands with you in the work of protecting the earth, honoring what our ancestors gave us, and building something worthy of those who come together. Ashe Modupwe. Thank you, Shyla Hamilton Toure, Executive Director and co-founder for the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts. She has summarized very, very well what the Jambalaya Center is about. And perhaps you all can see the Mother Earth delegation of United Original Nations. We have people in every corner of the world, such as right now I'm pointing to Jarmby, who is our brother in Australia, okay? Jarmby prays the sun up every morning. He sits in the field and he sings as the sun rises. Yes, Brother Milo over here, who is in ceremony right now. Grandmother Loretta, who I learned some time ago that whatever Loretta said, that's what we're gonna do. There's no debate about that. Whatever Loretta says, that's what is going to come about. This is Brother Randy Lays Bear, who is an amazing storyteller. And this sister over here is a ritual priestess in Gabon in West Africa, and she is referred to as Universal Mother. That's her name, Universal Mother. So we have this brother who is from India, right? And I think y'all recognize her, right? That's me. This woman here is Eileen. Eileen is so beautiful. I get choked up thinking about it. Eileen sings the indigenous songs of the Sami people, right? And she calls in the caribou. It is her voice that calls the reindeer in. I learned something very interesting about popular culture tells us Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you know it glows. And they refer to the reindeer as male. But the truth is, all of Santa Claus's reindeer are female because of when the horns grow and when the horns fall off. They're all female. So we learn things like that. This is our beloved grandmother Jyoti, who I hope is on retreat in India, right? Kudakindi, our bush medicine man. You know, there are so many wonderful people in this grandmother Abby, whom I love dearly. And, you know, it could go on and on and on. So that's just a few members. We have a few youth ambassadors here. And some of you may know Heather and grandmother Flora de Mayo. But I could wax eloquently about the members of this delegation. So let me see if I can return. Can I return to the Zoom? Okay, we are back to the Zoom. Do we have the video from do we have the video from Uncle? No?
No, we
Okay.
didn't receive it. No.
Okay, so he may pop up. We have a pop-up day today. Everybody's on the road and in ceremony, but some people are going to do their best to pop in. I think that may be what we can do now, because I just read the statement about the Jambalaya Center, all right? And I want to say that Grandmother Jyoti and I have known each other. This is 2026. We have known each other since 1990 and had some very adventurous times in other countries, working to unite people across race, across traditions, across conflicts. On another day when we have time, I will tell you all the story about the time when me and grandmother Jyoti and Gloria Karpinski, who is an ancestor now, stood up to Nazis in Germany together. So there is a long, strong, trusting history between us, and I am happy to say that the collaboration between the Jambalaya Center and the Center for Sacred Studies, we just celebrated the center's 25th anniversary. I've been a teacher in that center forever, and now the Fountain and the Mother Earth Delegation, we are at the center of a global network of people who are determined to be the seeds of the new global culture that recognizes our kinship and our love for Mother Earth. Everybody, please take a deep breath. And remembering the video that we opened with, please allow yourself to remember what it feels like to have your feet firmly planted on the earth, to feel the energy of the earth moving up through your body, bringing you strength, strengthening your bones. Feel that earth energy cleaning the blood in your veins. Feel it fortifying your muscles. Allow the coolness of the earth to soothe your nerves. Feel her caressing your skin as the energy of the earth moves from your feet up all the way through your body, lengthening you, strengthening you, and calming you. Take a deep breath, and from your place in outer space, look at this beautiful blue planet that we live on. See the water. See the clouds. See the light of the sun and the moon and the movement of the planets. And allow that to come together in a single beam of light that falls down and around you. Down and around you. Down and around you until your body and the entirety of the earth is surrounded in the protective light of the heavens. It is inside of this circle of heavenly light that we are inspired by the wisdom of the cosmos, that we are empowered by the energy of the planets, that we now may hold a vision of ourselves as rising up out of the soil, as turning green, as blossoming, as fruiting, as being the ones on this spring day, on this vernal equinox, we claim the power, the beauty, the joy of renewal. On this day, we embrace ourselves and each other as children of Mother Earth, and we pledge to grow into beauty, to grow into joy, to grow into love. I call upon the goddess Oshun to let our dreams come true. Let us recognize that all that we have prayed for sits already in her gift basket. We need only extend our hands to receive the blessings that are already ours by her generosity and by divine right. Ore ye ye o, Iyami Oshun. Ore ye ye o, Iyami Oshun. Ore ye ye o. Ashe. Woo, everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep, deep breath. I am now going to ask various members of Ileo Rumila Oshun of the Jambalaya Center to go into their hearts and offer a blessing to the world. We'll have a couple of blessings, and then I will ask Margine to open the floor and give us some of your questions. Okay, today. I know we have one that has come in from a sister in Sweden who couldn't make it here today. But I want you to consider what you are feeling and what you feel as each prayer is offered, so that we can then join in community and in conversation. So, Aida, you want to offer the first prayer?
Yes.
You may want to mute yours so that there's no
Should I mute this one? Okay.
to avoid the
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hold on. Are you muted? Testing. Hold on.
Margine, can you stop that echo? Or maybe you could sit here, turn your phone off.
Yes, I think it's the best if she use your
Yeah, put a
from
chair here,
your
y'all, so whoever's going to offer the prayer, whoever's going to offer the prayer can sit close to me. Because, y'all know I don't know this technology, right? I am a babe in the woods when it comes to the technology. Okay, so there we go. This is Aida.
Alafia, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am so humbled and honored to be here in the company of our elder, Luisah Teish. And it is such a blessing to be a part of this amazing organization, the Jambalaya Center. I encourage you all to learn more about our mission. And here, I would like to offer a blessing prayer and invite you all to place your hand in your heart. If you want to close your eyes and let the words sink in your body, remembering, like Tish just transmitted to us, that it is our birthright, the gift of joy, of love, the sweetness of life. And that no matter the struggles, the difficulties, the challenges that we may be going through, it is our choice to honor these gifts, to step into our power in solid ground, honoring all who came before us, that also taught us that no matter the difficulties they went through, they always had time to sing their prayers, to celebrate in community, to come together, celebrating life, and never surrendering to this beautiful gift of sweetness and love. And that through the traditions of our beloved Maferefun Jeje Oshun, we get all reminded that it is in us. So with these words, I invite you all to remember saying these words in your heart. Mother of sweet waters, Mother of earth,
Mother of earth,
Great Spirit,
Great Spirit,
we thank you for the gift of life,
we thank you for the gift of life,
for the beauty that surrounds us,
for the beauty that surrounds us,
and for the love that lives within us.
and for the love that lives within us.
Help us remember
Help us to remember
that joy is our birthright,
that joy is our birthright,
that love is our nature,
that love is our nature,
and that sweetness is not something outside of us,
and that sweetness is not something outside of us,
but something we carry.
but something we carry.
May we walk gently.
May we walk gently.
May we love deeply.
May we love deeply.
May we honor our ancestors.
May we honor our ancestors.
And may we bring more kindness into this world
And may we bring more kindness into this world
through our words,
through our words,
our presence,
and
our hearts. Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe, oh. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Let yourself feel that. Let yourself feel that. Whoa. Yes, today today is the last day of the Spring Festival, wherein we honor the goddess Oshun, who is our spring maiden, our mother of wealth, love, beauty, art, sensuality, and we are gathered here today to share that blessing with everybody. So, is there, Raven, do you want to offer a prayer? After Raven's prayer, I think we can begin to take questions. Yes, Margene, how are we doing on time?
We are pretty good.
Okay, come on. Ooh, look at she. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Hello, and thank you for everything for today. Thank you, Yeye. Really, I want to lift in my prayer. I want to lift all the children of the world. I want us to remember that the children are also our teachers and our guides and our ancestors coming again and again, and remembering for all of the children that may be suffering, that may not have what they need, that we bring in for them to be highly supported and loved, and that we continue to learn from all of the children everywhere, and even our own children, and that we remember how children help us learn also to decolonize ourselves when they won't conform, and when they show up uniquely and organically in their own birthright, and that we remember what that is to do that. And I think we need so much love for the children in this world right now. With this world is very confusing and that can be chaotic, and that we remember that we are holding the space and we are their co-regulators, and they are also our teachers. And that is my prayer.
Ashe, Ashe. Wow. Okay. Yes, our Raven, our shamanic sister, does amazing work with what is thought of as neurodivergent children. We think of them as spiritually inspired to be different. And contact, if you want to make contact with any of the members of the Jambalaya Center, they can be contacted through my website, which is www.yeyeluisateish.com, YEYELUISAHTEISH.com. You'll find me on the Mother Earth Delegation page, and you can click there to connect to my website and to any of the people in the Jambalaya Center. I done drank too much orange juice, y'all. That's what's going on here. But the Mother Earth Delegation is an amazing group of people doing work to restore indigenous knowledge all over the world. So I know that due to the time difference, sometimes our people in Europe or in Australia may be coming in at odd times. But we will not let the clock stand between us. We want you to know that we see ourselves as part of a global network, okay? We travel to different places. We welcome people to come on virtually and in person to share the wisdom that is our collective inheritance, okay? We are going to segue into a first session of questions. And between us, we have decades and decades of knowledge and experience. So if a question is asked that I don't know the answer to, somebody else in the room will come sit in this chair and share with you what they know. When we put all of our knowledge together, we have a whole universe of wisdom. So, Margine and Emily, do you have the letter from the relative? I believe she is in Switzerland. Somebody wrote us earlier.
Yes, Sweden.
In Sweden, she's in Sweden. Okay,
Yeah, I can read it.
please.
Yeah, so it is from Sophia. Dear grandmothers all over the world, my name is Sophia. Here comes some questions from me and my family in Sweden. I had a vision when I was 26 years old, which led me to a myth of an Indian tribe called Miwok. It has followed me since then. Today, I am 66 years old with 2 grown children and my husband from Greece. I have your book at home, Grandmother's Counsel the World, from 2006, which has given me so much strength. Me and my family had a gathering yesterday, and I told them that I am excited for this meeting, and I wondered if they carry some questions. Here are some questions from us, if any of you have the time to reflect about them. With love from Sweden, Sophia and family. So the first question is our parents and ancestors. We are often thinking about them. How can we reach them and show how grateful we are?
Anybody want to respond? She's asking, how can we reach our ancestors and tell them how grateful we are?
I can share.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that question. And something that has definitely worked for me, and I have seen it in others more and more. It's remembering their traditions, their food, their music, their favorite songs, little things that make such a difference and that help with that connection. It's always important to keep in mind that the purest of love is coming from a place of that divinity that lives within us and that connects us all together. So for our transitioned beloved ones, that love is the string that is keeping us in alignment with our highest selves. And so whenever you are invoking their names with great respect and bringing that sense of appreciation, of gratitude, and you bring these elements of things, actions, movement, dancing, that it was part of their traditions, you're elevating the energy. You are elevating the consciousness of your lineage. So something as simple as that can help you tremendously. And trust me that you will get signs. So pay attention to those synchronicities because they are always communicating with us.
Ashe. Ashe. Did you want to say something? Come on. I saw you beaming. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get on the hot seat. Get on the hot seat. Introduce yourself, girl.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me to this space. My name is Anna,
Okay.
and the things in my mind were very similar, but I was thinking about how I feel connected to my ancestors when it is recognizing those things that brought them joy and brought them connection to life and life on earth. So I was thinking about my grandmother who loved birds. And so whenever I'm walking and I see a bird or hear a bird, I have that moment of feeling that shared beauty of how, and that she shared that with me, like that connection, like how it just keeps that cycle of that shared appreciation of the beauty of what they recognized in the world. And I was thinking about my great grandmother who was an artist and did Tai Chi every morning in her courtyard. in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and she had an adobe house, and it was a courtyard. And my first memory of meeting her was walking out in the morning, and she was doing Tai Chi.
Ah, sure.
And how I recently started doing Tai Chi again.
Right
and
on.
how every time I feel that,
Whoa.
connection. So those
You
things.
had a progressive grandmother.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Those things that brought them joy.
Yes, the things that brought them joy. The things that brought them joy. Sophia, you're the same Sophia who's in Sweden? Did you just sign on, Margarine? Did you put that in the chat?
The what?
Is
that-
Sophia here with us, or did you put her information in the chat?
No, I didn't put any information in the chat.
Sophia, are you here, babe? Sophia, let me see your face. Come on, man.
Okay, I got to try to put.
Yeah, she's sending hearts and flowers to everybody, but I want to see your face.
Read questions from her as well. And then also, Yeye, when you have speakers, if you don't mind bringing them a little bit closer to the computer. I'm
Okay.
seeing in the chat that people are having a harder time listening because they can't hear.
Okay.
So yeah, so maybe just a little bit closer to the computer. But
Okay.
while
Who's gonna be what's Sophia's next question?
yes, I will read that now. So number 2 is some places seem to open something inside. I visited Delphi in Greece many years ago, and there I saw timeless pictures. Are there places in the world which let you get in touch with other times? How do I relate to this experience?
Diane?
I have been called, summoned. I've had those experiences too, and some of them, I feel like that each one of those experiences is a gift, and sometimes they're places that that, like Delphi, for instance, where we know that, from thousands of years probably, women did prophecy, and still, if you visit there, many, many women, including myself, have had prophetic experiences. But it can also be, I think, you can find those anywhere. It's not just in places that are well known. I had an experience when I was a small child in a sacred, what I now recognize as a sacred grove under live oak trees in Dallas, Texas. And all of a sudden, I was in a different place, a different time, and I still, even now, over 70 years later, I remember it. It still lives in me. And I just consider those things gifts. And I go back, that was so important to me, because whenever I've doubted my own capacity to tap into these things that are beyond, I recognize that I had that from a very early age. That was a gift. So that's all that I have to say.
Yes, indeed.
So trust yourself.
Trust yourself. Emily, are we clear enough now?
I can hear it fine, yeah, on my computer, and I suggest just if anyone's having a hard time listening or hearing, maybe turn the volume up. It's coming through fine on mine, and I see a chat from Karen and says sound is good for me. So
Okay.
yep,
So y'all know Mercury just went direct yesterday, right? We have been suffering from pre-Mercury retrograde syndrome, and the phones haven't been working. the microphones. We've tried additional speakers. We got all kinds of things, but we're gonna, each person who speaks, we're gonna get them as close to this computer as possible. And bear with us as we navigate our way through your questions. We definitely want to know. Now, does Sophia have another question or?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
There's 5 total, so this is the
Okay.
third. How do you reach and adapt the old and intuitive knowledge which every human being has inside?
Read that question again.
Yes, absolutely. How do you reach and adapt the old and intuitive knowledge which every human being has inside?
Anybody want to address that? Come on, baby. Get in the hot seat.
Hi, my name is Miosha. For me, I think the things that have transpired lately have happened through my children. My daughter, especially, she asks a lot of questions, mainly because we don't have constant communication with their extended family. So, of course, she has her questions. And what that's helped to do is to reignite my memory. And in me recalling what I remember, there have been beautiful moments where visuals that I either forgot or don't even know have come to me. And that's helped to not only bridge the gap, but that's also helped me to dive deeper into my memory, because I used to think that I was forgetful and that I would like lose a lot of information, but it's all still there. And it also, in breathing and telling those stories and giving them information, I have gotten breath back by getting visuals. So I'm starting to get really vivid images of like my grandmother when I found out that she worked as a chef in a restaurant in Macon, Georgia. I actually had a moment where I was in her body, seeing her go to the restaurant, go into the kitchen, cooking, and the time period was very reminiscent of what was something I should not know. So all of that has helped me to bridge the gap by telling them stories, by even allowing them to kind of ask questions, even if they want to know some of the non-cool stuff about your family and what they've done and who they are and how they act and all of those things. It's helped me.
Helps you to tune back in.
Yes, to tap in. Yes.
And to trust your intuition.
True. Yes, that's
See,
true.
that's the other thing. We have been trained that that our rational facility is superior to our intuitive facility. And the direct opposite is true. Your intuition, I say that our clairsense, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience is the mammalian survival instinct in humans. As beings on the earth, we are the ones with the least protective physicality. We don't have strong claws. We don't have strong teeth. We don't have thick fur. We don't have rapid running legs. We don't have, extraordinary sense of smell. We are probably the least adaptable in our own bodies. We have to invent things in order to be adaptable. But your clairsense, I feel, is the human expression of the mammalian survival instinct. So whereas an elephant can make a sound that other elephants hear 100 miles away, right? There's no sound I can make with my mouth that you're going to hear unless I've created a machine that will do it. But I can sit here and send out a signal psychically, and you will receive it, and then use the machine to call me and say, Teish, what you thinking? You see what I'm saying? And so it may be, Sophia, that what you want to do is what my sisters in Australia do, is test your intuition. Sit quietly in your altar, at your altar, and send a message to somebody at a distance and say, baby girl, call me. And see if she calls, and continue to cultivate, exercise your intuition as if it were a muscle that you were going to build up, and track it. Okay, we're gonna, Sophia, I think there's what, 2 more questions you have? Let's go through Sophia's questions, and then I just got word that Uncle's video has arrived. So we will give priority to Uncle's video. What's Sophia's next question?
Okay, the fourth question is, how do I keep a good mood in difficult times? The world is challenging and the future is so uncertain.
Mm-hmm. How do I keep a good mood? Okay, I can't do the full lecture here, but what I have been advising people is when things are coming that are getting you down, and especially when the image of what has happened in the past is depressing your present and being thrown into your future. Oh, because this happened back then, I'm messed up right now, and what happened back then is what's going to happen in the future. That is called self-hexing. That is negative self-fulfilling prophecy, all right? What you have to do is recognize what has happened in the past, assess what's going on right now, and I tell people to take your full hand and pull all of that out of your third eye and throw it in the compost, okay? And then clean your third eye with some nice oil or even some water. Close your natural eyes, right? And ask to see the lighted path in front of you. And walk one step at a time and see where you are. And one step at a time and see where you are. But know that liberation is on the path and that joy is ahead on that path, okay? Now, at another time, I could go, we don't have time now, but I could go into what the neuroscientists are saying about neuroplasticity. That is, it only takes 17 seconds for a synapses to go from one brain cell to the other, okay? And what you want to do then is get yourself a stopwatch and empty out. Think and feel nothing for 17 seconds, right? And then go into the positive past and remember a time when you felt wonderful. The day you graduated from college, the day you got your first car, the day you were certain about your love, the day you walked into your new house, the day you took your vacation, anything, even if it's something that you saw on television that made you laugh. The important thing is to acquire the feeling, remember the feeling of feeling good, and hold that feeling for 17 seconds, okay? And then take that feeling and transfer it to what you are experiencing now. So you see yourself and you feel yourself, the joy that you are transferring from here to here represents the day that the blessing has been fulfilled. The day the blessing has been fulfilled. I feel as happy right now that this problem has ended. I feel as happy as I did the day that problem was ended, you know. What we learn is transferable. And hold this feeling for 17 seconds and let it go. And then just release it. The difficulty is that old bad feeling is going to try to creep in and say, you foolish shit. Remember how bad you felt? Da 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 da. When that voice shows up, you just grab it out of your third eye and go, compost, and bring that good feeling back in and grow that. But that's a whole class that I do. I just shoved that at you. Can we have Sophia's last question and then we'll go to Uncle?
Yes, we can. And then we do have one more in the Q&A from Nicholas.
Okay.
And it kind of goes on that question from Sophia. So I thought maybe we could do this one and then do Sophia's last question, if that's
Okay, baby.
okay. So it's during these times of worldwide awakening to corporate and governmental corruption, collapsing among the many layers of society, as prophesied by many indigenous cultures, I'm feeling very overwhelmed and confused how to proceed other than resting among nature and singing heart songs, awaiting clarity and choosing conscientiously as possible. What advice can be offered for maintaining harmony among the people? How are we to faithfully take the next step? And are there star ancestors coming to help us?
Mm-hmm. Okay, take a deep breath, baby. I am I am a person, as a member of the Mother Earth Delegation and as a Yoruba priestess, I pay attention to the prophecies from indigenous people coming in from the four directions. I pay attention to the readings from Cuba, Africa, what the shamans in the East are saying, what the indigenous people in the South are saying, what everyday people are dreaming. Okay. And I can say to you with confidence, we have been told that right now we cannot stop the wars that are going on. There's some very, very strong negative forces that say this is not going to result in World War III, even though it looks that way. But there'll be continue to be these imbalancing disruptions. What we are being told to do is for the next 3 years, number one, don't cooperate with it. Resist, don't cooperate with it. Okay. Number two, pray that those who are directing the negative energy, let them direct it at themselves, at each other. We want to deflect rather than engage. Okay. Some of us know a thing called the magic mirror, where negative energy that's being directed to you, you set up mirrors all around you, and it just bounces right back to the people who, let those who want to wage war on each other and leave the rest of us out of it. Okay. And very, very importantly, we need to protect our elders and our children. We need to strengthen ourselves, and we need to pay attention to what Mother Earth is saying to us. I think sometimes that when I look at what happened between Trump and Elon Musk, for an example, we begin to see the decay of those relationships. You can't get all embroiled in all of that, okay? What you have to remember is that you have access to the energy of the earth and the cosmos, okay? These people think they're superior to the earth. They think they can bomb other people, they can do all of this stuff, and there's not going to be any impact. She'll show us differently, right? But you, as a practitioner, especially one who worships the earth, lay in the field, climb the tree and reach for energy from the cosmos that you can pull down to protect and provide for your people. The people in the mountains of Colombia sent us a message saying we needed a 9-year plan, okay? The first 3 years is protection and provision for those who are members of our global village.
Thank you, Yeye. Okay. Sophia's last question is, How do I keep good relations over years with friends, family, and relatives? What is the medicine?
Y'all better not let me answer that. Come on. Somebody else better answer that.
How was the question again?
Repeat the
Yep.
question, Emily.
Yes. How do I keep good relations over years with friends, family, and relatives? What is the medicine?
Who wants to take that one, y'all? Come on now.
Hi, keeping good relations.
Keeping good relations.
So, you know, almost 5 years ago, I had a near death experience. And I always refer to it as my wake up call and the biggest blessing of my life because it truly felt like Spirit said, okay, girl, I've been giving you signs. You're not listening. Let me give you a push. And took me away from the corporate world and everything that at the time I was facing. And when I had my experience, the biggest lesson was about self-love. And you know, self-love is not about being selfish or about not accepting our right. That love starts with ourselves. We cannot give what we don't have. And in order to really have healthy relationships, we have to have a healthy relationship with ourselves. That when we look ourselves in the mirror, there's no level of shame or blame telling us that we are not good enough. So that we then in return speak to those that are around us, that we love and that we hold near our hearts. We know we're speaking to them and treating them with that same kindness and love. That our words, sometimes when we are being consulted for any type of advice, is coming from that place and not bringing the shame, the blame, the victimhood that sometimes we struggle with into those words. So my insight for you and for everyone is we have to take good care of ourselves. And in all of our relations, human and not human, let's think about Mother Nature. Our brothers and sisters, the tree people, the plant people, the stone people, the animal kingdom. Living in harmony requires us to be aware of how much we need to do in our own inner circle to bring that balance and harmony into what is around us. And that is not about judgment, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's really coming from that place of just bringing sweetness and love.
Ashe. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why it's better that Aida answered y'all than me. Okay? Because I got two things to say about getting along with your relatives. Right? Item number one, somebody told me one time that the question was asked, why was I born into this family of crazy people who don't even like me? Right? And the answer that the elder gave was, you were born into that family so you would be forced to meet people you never would have chose. Okay? They carry lessons that you would not have chosen on your own, right? So you forced to learn that lesson by having to put up with these people, right? The other thing that I always tell people when they're having problems, relational problems, I want you to consider the seasons, okay? consider that it is natural for things to be planted and grow in spring, come strong over summer, but in autumn, the leaves start to fall from the trees naturally. That's what season it is. It's time for some people to go out of your life, to fall off of the tree, to land on the ground and become compost, okay? And sometimes I encounter people who are suffering because they've taken a dead leaf and some crazy glue and tried to glue it back on the tree. When it's time to let go without a sense of loss, knowing that that leaf that fell is going to fall on the ground and become compost, or covering for something else that is going to grow anew. And those who were here earlier know that I pulled the card of the dead tree. And out of the dead tree, new things can grow. We want to become more seasonal beings who recognize that our life is going through seasons. So put down the dead leaf, close the crazy glue tube, right? And let nature do her thing. Everybody take a deep breath. I think that we can hear from Uncle, and then if there are more questions and we have time, we can do that. But it's important to hear from I love Uncle, y'all. I have to tell you, I love Uncle. Emily, you got Uncle's video?
Margine.
Margine, you have Uncle's video? No, he's in Mexico.
My name is Angaangaq, and I am from the top of the world in Greenland. Today I'm celebrating the New Year in the land of the Maya people. And as you can see behind me, one of the temples. How privileged I feel, and I am, that I'm able to travel this far. Not just to the next corner, but to the corner of the world. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Let's make this year incredible for all of us. Let peace prevail on earth.
Margine, can you run Uncle's video again, because we didn't hear it clearly here, and I put it on full screen so we can see him.
Okay.
My name is Angaangaq, and I am from the top of the world in Greenland. Today I'm celebrating the New Year in the land of the Maya people. And as you can see behind me, one of the temples. How privileged I feel, and I am, that I'm able to travel this far. Not just to the next corner, but to the corner of the world. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Let's make this year incredible for all of us. Let peace prevail on earth.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you. You know, I think I was telling people last night, Uncle had said to me at one time, come on over to Greenland, and I'll make you a cup of coffee with 1 million year old water. As he was talking about taking a chunk out of the iceberg and melting it to make coffee. And at first I said, ooh, that sounds exciting, right? But then the movies, the movies where they're up there in the ice and they hit it and Frankenstein comes out and and all these strange creatures that have been frozen. And I said, well, Uncle, maybe not, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that is Uncle. He is our beloved Uncle. And if you ever get a chance to spend time with him and hear the stories that his grandmother told. You know, it is really, really wonderful. As you can see, he's there in the pyramids celebrating New Year's. Members of the Mother Earth delegation, we support each other's ceremonies. We travel a lot to participate in each other's ceremonies. I don't know who else might pop up, but we'll make room for anybody who does. Margine, how much time do we have left, baby?
15 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, was
15.
there one more question and then we'll roll the closing video.
We have two questions.
Two questions. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, from the Q&A, question, I had put in a question, what is the Oshun Oracle for 2026 and the instruction? Happy to wait for the next round.
Okay. I think in order to answer that question, for me to answer that question fully, right, I think that person is going to have to sign on to Patreon, especially for the burden burning, the full moon burden burning, and put that question to me again, because the divination for 2026 is so big that when we did it, it took us 5 hours to get through it. There is a lot of information, and I will try to give an abbreviated version of it, but that main message that we cannot stop the war, that we have to take care of each other, that came through very strongly. There was a warning about taking care of our health, being aware of food and airborne illnesses. Some crazy things are going to come up that we don't have, that conventional medicine does not have the cure for, right? There was an admonition for sons to know that the solution to their problems came through their mothers, and that the men should be supportive of the visions of the women this year, because the women carry the salvation. There was other things about being careful of misplaced compassion, where you're being compassionate to the wrong person in the wrong way. Okay, and I'm scanning the thing in my mind, but there's much more. There was much more to it. Baby, do you remember anything you want to add here?
That one.
Come sit here, baby. This is Iyakawo, who is one of my brains. Okay, there are several people. Who constitute my brain.
Hopefully it's working today. The thing that I was just remembering that stood out to me was the piece about don't use a wooden knife in a metalsmith shop.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So using the right tool for the job, and not forcing. It's almost like, not claiming knowledge that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And then like forcing it on something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big one for me when I was listening to it. The other one is to avoid alcohol.
Oh yeah, do not get drunk, honey.
Yeah.
You can mess up your whole life with that miscreate. Create deformity.
Yeah, so I would say the directions really embody staying peaceful and calm and cool, like cleaning your head a lot. It's a lot about Ori in there, and taking good care of Ori, your destiny and your consciousness.
Okay. All righty, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yeye. And then, if it is possible, could you share a process of water blessing? I have been feeling the pull to go and give thanks to the waters of the mountains I live nearby. I was thinking of speaking gratitude in stones and giving flowers. I would love to give
Absolutely.
blessings, but I don't really know exactly how a blessing is given. Thank you so much for everything.
Well, you're on the right track, baby. You're on the right track. All that I would say is if you're going to go to the water, take flowers, take whatever offerings you're going to make, but take a jar of honey, okay? And when you open the jar, stick your finger in the honey, taste it, and then pour the honey into the water, right? Collect some water in that honey jar and take it home and put it on your altar so that anytime you start feeling down or depressed or disconnected from it, use some of that water. If you've been crying, wash the tears from your eyes. If you felt blocked, open up your third eye. Again, I would like to invite people to join my Patreon because every new moon we do a money pouring where we use water to move money like water. You get what you need, and the person, other people, your community members get what they need. And every full moon, we have a burden burning where we release the negativity that we've been experiencing, give it to the moon, and exchange faces, okay? The thing I want to say about water blessing, the way Oshun runs, you know, she loves extravagant gifts. She loves flowers, she loves honey, she loves jewelry, she loves sweet, etc. But what she loves most is your sincerity. You can go to her with $1 million worth of stuff that you have no feeling for, and it don't mean nothing, you know. You go to her with a simple jar of honey that you have tasted to show that it's not poison, and you come to her and ask for guidance, you're going to get it, okay? Now, here's what I have to warn you about. Oshun will bring you blessings beyond your wildest imagination. She is our ability to dream beyond possibility, and she will cause the impossible to happen. But here's the challenge. I've been her priestess 50 years, right? And I will go to my altar and say, oh, Blessed Mother, give me da-da-da-da-da, what you want me to do? And she say, do what I tell you to do today, and then get up and do what I tell you to do tomorrow. So you have to have a daily renewal of faith looking at what she is telling you to do. Keep a clean heart, you know, respect the waters, and always, always add the sweet. That's her magic, is the sweet. A little bit of honey, a little dab will do you. A little dab will do you. Majine, how I'm doing, baby? Is it time to close, or did we have another question?
I think we need to close because it's 24.
Okay.
5 minutes and we have the closing songs.
Yes. Okay. We are going to, we have a last video that reinforces our relationship to the earth. We have been in Ekabosilewa Adupwe. Okay. Now we're going to say Odabo, 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 which appears to say goodbye, but it really says, I am not leaving you. Thank you for having been here. Thank you for sharing your questions and your concerns with us. And the Mother Earth Delegation, we will see you this time next month. Thank you for being a part of our community from the Mother Earth Delegation. Ooh, look at my tongue. the Mother Earth Delegation, and the Jambalaya Center for Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts. Odabo. Okay. Thank you, Majin. All right.